Here's the last 16 there. Who have we got? We've got Paraguay. South Korea are playing Denmark. Sweden, Peru got through. That's cool. France, Egypt. Okay, that's a little unrealistic. Argentina, Belgium. England have got Nigeria. Russia, Switzerland, San Marino, Paraguay, and Uruguay, Morocco. Target achieved after a win against Spain. Everything else is a bonus. It is. Everything else is a bonus because I don't trust you lot. Right, we'll have a press conference because I wasn't interviewed after that for some reason. I've only just held a press conference and the interest was very low. Oh dear. Right, what we'll do is train a defender. Who shall I pick out? I will train Oswim. The form of Larg is getting better and better. Mike has really put in some effort. You see, sometimes when you train an individual player, everybody else wants to show that they can do really well as well. So suddenly everybody's motivated because they're jealous of Oswin getting training. Meanwhile, I've had a go at some reporters, so my relationship with the media is going to be absolutely terrible now. Great, but I do like the green on the clipboard. We're starting to get going. We're starting to be good. We should beat Paraguay. Meanwhile, a reporter would like an interview. For goodness sake, I held a press conference this morning. Oh. Anyway, it's only a chance to show off. A brilliant start by your team in the World Cup. First place in your group demonstrates impressively the current strength of your players. Are you satisfied? Well, we've been able to live up to our billing, but it's time to move into second gear. We're one of the favourites, or I'm nervous about our next opponents. I'm not nervous about Paraguay at all. I think it's time to move up into second gear. I can't complain about injuries. Well, I can. I can complain about injuries. We haven't got many of them. I don't think that Drummond Bays is back yet, but it has got a lot to do with my training because we warm up very thoroughly. And what's the mood in the camp? I would say it's relaxed. Oh, hang on a minute. I'd be slagging off the older players if I say that. I'll say that everybody's very confident we'll all give 100%. We're here to win the World Cup, and that is still what I intend to do. And grow some hair. Jenny, now only talking of winning the World Cup. Yes, absolutely, that is what we're going to do. But training is super important. We'll take some penalty practice. I've been overestimating somebody's form there. I didn't catch who the somebody was. My clipboard will tell all. Oh, it was my goalkeeper. No! Drat! Uh-oh. FIFA's tightening up doping checks and coaches are to be included as well. Well, I had nothing to do with that doping issue. Nothing to do. Speaking of the doping issue, I'm just going to have a look in my selection book to see how many days. Oh, it says suspension 6 now. I think that is months. I was rather hoping that it might have miscalculated it. I don't think it has. That's a shame. Right, I'm going to risk some defensive practice, which is not a great idea, but we do need to do some. Pupsy's full of ideas. I've tried to play the ball in a tackle, but I've hit Mike from behind. He holds his calf and asks me whether I've lost my mind. To which I say, don't be so sensitive. It's not going to be any different in a game. Meanwhile, one of my backup goalies seems to be getting hit in the nuts by balls a lot. Stop picking on him. It's good to see that some of you have really taken seriously. It's your exemplary attitudes, you know. Meanwhile, what else do we need? I'm absolutely paranoid about more injuries. Stop kicking the ball into my reserve goalkeeper's bits, please. I know they feel like they don't really belong here, but only one person offered to be a goalkeeper. I nearly put myself in goal. That's how bad it was. Right. Let's have a massage and speak to the doctor. Bays still should take a break, but is now back in contention. And he doesn't want me to visit him again. That's fine, I won't then. Here we go then, it's time to decide on the team. Now, you'll appreciate that the knockout stages are a bit more important. So Moss must come back on instead of Bimman. And Larg will come back on instead of Verence. What a disappointing lot you've turned out to be. Neither Perez nor Yuchums are any good at all. But Perez is more skillful. Then Booth will come back in for Snoggins. And in actual fact, Bayes is in contention. So Drummond Bayes will be coming on for Mike. Then Pupsy will replace the Yak. And the Crystal Clo will replace me. Put Yak on the bench. We can see actually our team skill and cohesion has gone up to 8. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Got a player missing. Can you not play, Bayes? Oh well. I'll put somebody else in instead. That's weird. I'll put Ravenigma in. There we go. Mike, you can come onto the bench. And we will have a chat with a couple of you because I have some spare slots. I'm not worried about Paraguay, to be honest, but this is the World Cup. You never know. I will praise Stuart in the hope that he performs a bit better. Then we will do some penalty practice, in which Booth really puts in some effort. Moon slowly fights his way out of his non-existent form crisis. Green on the clipboard. And we will speak to... Who needs a bit of a kick? Me. Speak to me. There we go. I'm pleased with my own support. Here we go then. You're going to get a nice bonus for winning this. It says Paraguay. Who the hell is Paraguay? You'll blow them away. You better flipping blow them away. If we look at the team values, they do seem to be approximately double. All of this, incidentally, the ranges turn into the actual figure the more that you scout. So what I could actually do is watch one or two of the other last 16 games just in case we get that team. But let's see. Anyway, we've got to get through this first. We're at the Kaliningrad Stadium. Paraguay are rubbish. Probably a little bit better than Panama, who they replaced in this because Panama were not in it, if I remember rightly. I don't think I could select Panama. The game is sold out. We have 2,000 supporters and the referee is from Morocco. Well, he's going to be really pleased with me, isn't he? Terrific. Oh, there we go, straight away. Biased referee, penalty for a foul, unjustified. Absolutely disgraceful. Oh, great. Thanks, Morocco. If anybody from Morocco is watching this, get out. Okay, we've got a show now that we can come from behind. Come on. Got a couple of awesome strikers. There's a defensive error. Oh, Pupsy just could not manage to get through there, but it's promising. I'm wondering whether I ought to change, you know, to constant attack. All-out attack. There we go. We need to really go for this, guys. We're going to get knocked out by Paraguay. Okay, I need to say some choice words to you all. Give them a blast from the touchline. Go! Go! Go and score! Here we come, here we go! I have motivated you. Ravenigma's pass to Oswin. Oswin's put in a cross. Pupsy! Goal! And that's just the Paraguay commentator. Goal! Get in! Here we come again, here we come again. Oh. Oh. You can't do that. There's an indirect free kick in the penalty area. The problem is, this game has an error in it which awards it to the wrong side. So we're going to have to hope that we defend this. Over the bar. I really hate it when they score from errors, but there are errors in this game. It's just one of those things. Some of you might have noticed earlier that there was what looked like a header and it said it was a 30-yard drive. The 30-yard drive is a header animation. The QA on this game wasn't great. Here we go, here we go! Oh, it's Ashen! Oh no! Oh, he's hit the bar! Oh no, what a shame! I tell you what, I put a right rocket under you though, didn't I? We're so nearly managing this. Here we come again. Woo! Score one if you can. Woo! Crystal Crow rises for the header. Goal. Well, thank goodness for that. I'm going to make some substitutions because I want us to keep this now. I'm going to take Pupsy off and I'm going to put Yak on. And I'm going to forget again which one of these is left wing. Oh, Enigma is left wing this time around. So we'll put Mike on. There we go. And I'm going to tell you, rather than to all-out attack, I now need you to defend. If it will let me. Please let me defend. Please? Please? There we go. Constant attack, but we're okay anyway. Fantastic! Well done, chaps and chapesses. You're all chaps to me. Yes! So let's see who else got through. South Korea have gone through against Denmark. Sweden have perhaps unsurprisingly knocked out Peru. France have dispatched Egypt. Argentina have got through against Belgium. Nigeria have beaten England. Russia have beaten Switzerland after penalties. It's just Uruguay, Morocco left. Might watch that one. But first, a memorable day. The team has reached the next round. What are my thoughts? Well, I can hardly believe it myself. It was a fantastic performance, or I could say it was a festival of football, or I could say that we will soon see that our next game will be much more difficult. I will say I can hardly believe it. We didn't cover ourselves with glory, but we won. I think that is very true. You can't always expect to see a spectacle. Here we go with the problems again. What problems am I expecting? Some of the squad don't really deserve their success. The tournament has drained the players up until now, or I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything. He's going to push me on this. What needs improving before your next game in terms of understanding? I don't want any injuries. We need spirit and togetherness. Or I'm not interested in that yet. We need spirit and togetherness. Do I have a forecast for the next game? Yeah, we're going to win by 3 clear goals. There we go. Oh, how exciting. Everybody's thrilled to bits. Which means I get to go to bed early, which is good. There we go. Who are we going to play? Sweden. Personally, I think that might be one of the easier matches. How exciting. France-Argentina, look! In the quarterfinals! Are imitating life there. I love it. Russia have got Nigeria. Uruguay have got South Korea. Now, anything is possible. So Sweden is on day 22, meaning that we've got a little bit of time to get fit. Because that's what I think the problem is. You're still injured. Good grief. 2 days to go, so you'll actually be back in. For the quarterfinals. Now, let's do a bit of ball juggling. See whether that does anybody any good. In actual fact, the ball juggling training is the most risky because a lot of people tend to get form points or lose form points. I think it's one of those training sessions you're supposed to use right at the start in the preparation phase that we didn't really do. And it gives you an idea of who's good and who isn't. But we didn't really do any preparation because we didn't have to qualify. The qualification section is monumental. You get a big office to sit in and it goes over 2 years and you get to play some real rubbish teams. Right, as we've got a little bit of time, we're going to do some tackling training. Then if any of you do get injured, we've got some time to get you back. Yak has slid into Perez's legs too hard. Perez has stood up, pushed over the Yak and called him an unprintable name. Do I want to suspend him from training? But I don't have any good sweepers. But if I don't, Yak might get hacked off. No, well, yes. Yes, I do. Perez says you can stick it. Sir, how dare you? Binman has lost a lot of his bite. There's nothing worse than a non-bitey Binman. Look at this, he's lost all of his points as well. I think we need a chat. How dare you come into my team and push people over? Where are you? No, really, where are you? Oh, there. Perez. Nothing is going right for you. The player admits you're right and promises to improve. I should think so too. How dare you? I'm going to have to go to KFC now because I'm so angry. Ah, it's great to get away from it all. Yes, it is. Not have my players being like that. Don't read the media. Don't read the media. They're shocking. Right, I've got to do a press conference because apparently we haven't had enough of them. But what do we train for a quarter final? We'll do some bendy stuff. You seem to quite like bendy stuff. There's some green on my clipboard after the bendy stuff. Oh, your player, Moss Moon, has risen to the ranks of absolute football genius. Here you have a number 8 player in your team. Wowzers, Moss! Wowzers! Let's have a look on my clipboard. 8-19. You could only be 1 point better. That's awesome. Meanwhile, are you afraid that some of the players will announce their official withdrawal from the national team? I would like to think that some of them will after the disgusting behaviour, but I don't think the team will break up. At times one has the feeling that the whole of your country's game is going well. Well, yes, of course, the atmosphere in the whole camp must be right. A short comment on the referees so far? Nah. Well, I'll say they're the best in the world and then they won't do terrible, unjustified penalties against me, Morocco. Due to my high standing in the field of business, I've managed to get another 15,000 thingies to bribe you with. Good. I'm surprised that I didn't put those in my own pockets, to be honest. Will Jenny be going to the NSL? What would the NSL have been in 1994? The USA League, probably? Very probably. Right, we're going to have half a day off today so that we can prepare for playing Sweden tomorrow. What's important? This move one, in case you're wondering, with the chess pieces. That's for where your team is already doing really well. So this might not go too well. It's about all the sort of little tricky, intricate moves and you start doing amazing things. The problem is you've got to be good enough. And you're not good enough. Not to put too fine a point on it. Perseverance, or Veranche, or Verance, once a wimpy player, should be going to KFC, has been doing bodybuilding for some time and has physically built himself up powerfully. He is now 3 centimetres bigger. I'm not sure in what. With this, he can now hold his own a lot better in duels. Awesome. Now, I don't know who's been leaking to the press that it's like a Punch and Judy show, but if we have a look now at your attributes, it's quite difficult to see, but I think that one in the middle, it's the crossed swords of somebody who's good in duels. Well, while we're here, we'll just have a quick look at you. Your self-confidence is strong, your composure is hectic. As we can see, your form has been absolutely dreadful. It's been dreadful, unlike somebody like this wonderful player here, whose form has been awesome, who's been scoring goals, even has 3 negative attributes and still manages to be really good. We'll have a look at 1 or 2 more of these. There's the Yak. He's very fast. Rumour has it he's very good at scoring goals, but there haven't been any. Looked at Perez. Look at Oswin, who's also very fast, but isn't very good in duels, which is a bit worrying, frankly, for a defender. Anyway, right, there we go. We're going to have the team meeting this morning, in which I tell you whether you're in the team or not, and I will tell you, Perez, that you're not, because I'm not having anybody with 0 form points in my team, even if you are a 7. I'm going to have to put you on the bench because I have nobody else who can play sweeper. Sigh, but it's been appalling. Now, Timo Warner's still out. There we go. Suspension 5. It must be 5 weeks. How disappointing. But Bays is in, so Mike will come out. Although you will obviously go on the bench. Then Pupsy has got to be back in because she's really good. I'm going to put me on the bench for this one. Naming the team selection. The young players are not very happy with your team selection. Well, whatever. Who's the manager round here, excuse me? What should we do just before a game? Bit more free kick training, maybe? Larg is attentive and uncompromising. Verant is livid inside. I seem to have lost my shooting boots. Oh dear. Right, the other thing we need to have is a tactical discussion, because we haven't been doing those. But we need a tactical discussion. I've managed to put across my ideas of how to beat the next opponents to my team. Very well. Right, here they are then. They're much, much better. As you can see, they look like they're probably similar to us. Great. We'll play on a constant attack and I'll just chuck a huge bribe at you. If that doesn't make you win, nothing will. Here we go then. It's in the Ficht Stadium. Excellent. 47,700 people. The referee is English. Is Mr. Clattenburg not a real referee? I've definitely done some other editing on this database that I've forgotten about. A 20-yard volley by Pupshire is against the bar. We may rue that chance later. Oh dear. Now that Sweden have a free kick. Straight at the wall. Oh, now they've got a penalty. No, come on, Ios. Come on. Saved it. You legend, sir. Oh, brilliant. Meanwhile, Bays has extracted a brilliant save, and we now have the penalty. Come on, Moon. You're an 8 now. Oh, no! No, 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 no! That's terrible. How can an absolute football genius miss a penalty? Oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, the question, I suppose, is whether I should make you attack a bit more. Will that leave us open at the back? That's the problem. There we go. Attacking. Play your own game. Referee's corrupt. Right, come on, San Marino. Come on. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We can't do this. We're not doing this. Oh, man. It's going to extra time, guys. We could get some subs on. I don't know who to sub because there aren't exactly any brilliant subs, are there? We'll take Bays off. We'll put Mike on. And we'll take Crow off and we'll put me on. In the hope that I do something. Come on, I really don't want this to go to penalties. Oh, Moon and Mike are at least trying. They're starting to get a bit aggro. Oh, no! They've scored from a free kick. No! Oh, this is really bad. Right, we need all out. Attack, 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 attack. Attack, 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 attack. Go for it now. Go, 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 go. We can't go out in the quarterfinals. Oh, we have gone out in the quarterfinals. No! Look how many chances we had. Flipping Sweden. Oh, no. Well, that massively sucks. I bet I'm not in a good mood now. Oh, I'm in an excellent mood. I think it's probably because it hasn't realised that we've lost. Oh, no. The end of the game. Well, that massively sucks. Thanks, guys. I don't know whether one of these scores was an all-time great score. I wasn't actually paying attention to the score because it doesn't really matter. But look at all of you lot. I have to say, given the level of violence, swearing, not really putting your all in, you kind of deserve not to go through. But equally, I am very disappointed and I would have liked to have at least made it to the semi-finals. Well, we tried. Some of you didn't try at all, but we tried. And we were getting there, just not enough. Sweden, too organised for us. Sigh. Well, thank you very much if you took part in this. It's been really very enjoyable, for me at least, because I absolutely love this game. What I'm thinking of doing is putting people into FIFA as well. It's a lot more effort, but I'll just add a few players a day and we'll be able to actually see ourselves playing, and more to the point, I'll be able to directly control you. So look out for that, because I think that will be a laugh as well. But in the meantime, thank you very much for contributing to this World Cup special. Let's do it again in another 2 years for the Euros.
Gameplay Jenny.